Good. Hey, Steve just dropped in. What's going on, buddy?
Just came to drop by.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another wonderful episode of Live at the Landis. Thank you to everyone that tuned in last week. We had quite a few people, and it was pretty awesome. I like the fact that these podcast things, they're not be viewed live, but throughout the week you get some really cool people and that kind of keep an eye on things, and it's really cool because I thought Andy Powell was kind of fun.
Hell yeah, man!
And
he was awesome.
I thought we found out some cool things about Wishbone Ash, which I never thought I would know. But anyway, speaking of Wishbone Ash, we had a pretty good weekend. We Wishbone Ash was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they could not have been a better band like they were last time. Probably, I thought even better this time.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we had the city Christmas event.
Old-fashioned Christmas on the Ave.
Yeah. Started on Friday around 12.
Well, for us to get started, yes, it started around 12.
The actual thing started around 5.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was a long, grueling event.
Jim cutting the ribbon out front there. So.
Yes. Not Jim Gardner.
Jim Donovan.
Jim Donovan. It's a lot of Jims in that.
I still have this all here.
That Philly news world.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean. But anyway, so I thought it was nice. We did well. I think making it one block was a lot better. We had a lot of people come out. It was definitely better than I feel like it's been the last couple of years. But then again, the last couple of years it kind of rained. So I mean,
this is the first one in a while without rain. So that was nice.
But we got some good pictures and stuff. If you want to show some people, again, it started Friday. It culminated on Saturday night with wonderful performance by the Rowan College. What was it?
Rowan College Community Orchestra.
Community Orchestra. That's what they call themselves. Okay. Yeah, with Joe in the lead and everything. They did a fantastic job. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. A lot of singing and dancing.
But it all started off with Jim Donovan cutting the ribbon there, right out front of the theater. So you can see.
I gave the man my phone and I didn't make the picture.
Are you supposed to be in this?
Yeah. See that lady over there with the black coat?
Mary Poppins?
Yeah, Mary Poppins. I'm right next to Mary Poppins.
What?
Actually, that next to Mary Poppins is another dude, and I'm next to that. What? And guess who took this photo? Paul Spinelli. I gave him my phone, and he got me. It's okay though.
But
as long as Jim Gardner's in the middle, I'm happy to.
Jim Donovan.
Gardner Donovan.
You did it to yourself. Yeah, this
Look
Frosty,
at the ears on that one kid. Man.
Frosty really made his way around here. Dude, petting the horse. I've never seen a horse more confused in my life.
That was a beautiful horse. Dude, you should see my dogs when they saw Frosty. They didn't know what to do.
Your dogs? Hold on.
They saw Frosty too.
Oh, is that the one that didn't upload?
Oh, that's okay. People don't need to see them. They're on Facebook if you want to see them on my Facebook.
Had some carolers.
That was my new friend there from the Ukrainian church. Those are all the kids from the Ukrainian church.
Excellent.
There's actually a video of that. I don't know if you got it or not. Them singing, but a pretty. What I thought was most miraculous there was you can't see it, but on that table is a bread that is pretty freaking intricate, and I don't even know how you would eat it when you're done with it because it's got like all these little designs on it. It's pretty cool.
I don't know. I think you just take a slice. But some of the other stuff going on out front.
There's a chipmunk with horns. There's the crepe truck back there. That is one crepey truck there. And there's some boxes. There's presents.
A little what we had going on in the
there's
theater
Santa
there
going
with Santa
crazy.
and the pictures that we provide from a TNF camera. And then I do have, let's see here. Hold on.
Whoa, that's us.
I gotta go
we
down.
Were there. Look, hey.
I gotta go down to the video section.
What? That
Wait
is
a
us.
minute. No, where the hell is that at?
Oh no. Steve is fired.
No, dude. This sucks. When you go to upload a bunch of things at once, it'll upload like 95% of them and then leave one and not tell you that it didn't upload it.
Oh,
so
we should probably go back and check that next time.
Yeah, well,
I bet you got Steve Desco's thing uploaded there.
I do. You want me to play that?
Yeah, go figure. Somehow that made it.
But no, I do have a couple new things. You've been asking for a new Wonderback plug this whole time, and I happen to find this right here.
Oh, look at that!
That is everything that we carry right there.
Risk
The
management.
Wonderback Fest beer, the Future-Proof Pills,
better.
the Perfectly Cromulent IPA, the Wonderback Lager, and their new Risk Management Double IPA.
It is a risk.
It is. It's a
risk.
It's a 8.2% by
That is
alcohol.
some serious risk you're taking there. But man, you know what? People love it. The
Hell
Wanderback
yeah.
guys could not. So Wanderback was there, by the way.
Yes, they were.
They put their little. They have like a little 10 by 10 tent. They
Mhm.
had that up by the one door, and we allowed people to go upstairs because it was quite cold, especially the first evening, and to go upstairs and eat, and as well as enjoy Wanderback brews,
Mhm.
which are phenomenal.
Yes.
And I guess I mean
I love them all so far.
we've kind of mentioned it, kind of in passing and stuff, and we kind of talked about it over the weekend, and we might as well let people know. I mean, it is what it is. It's happening. It's not going to stop at this point. But Wanderback is moving into the Landis Theater with us. They will
Yes.
literally be where Casey Ray's used to exist. The reason it's closed, which most people didn't know, they're like, "Oh, these were business. They're poor people." Blah, blah, blah. No, we actually closed down because we are turning it into the Wanderback Brewery with the wonderful people from Wanderback. Will be in there brewing their wonderful beers, and it will be their space to do what they do best to just make this space that we all love a little bit better for everyone. Now,
Mhm.
the upstairs of Casey Ray's is now called 830 East, which is technically, well, not technically, it is the address here. That is a club of sorts, but it's also a bar where we still do a lot of things, including the open mic nights, and we're going to be bringing back on Tuesdays. We're going to be bringing back the what do you call it there, karaoke. Thursdays we're still working on to be a little something we do with WMMR. Fridays a little mix of things, and then Saturdays of course our Latin night, and Sundays special events. So that's there. Plus the Landis Theater is doing its thing with 2 shows a week plus other things in between. But next to us will be the wonderful and amazing gentlemen and ladies from Wanderback. When I tell you, you cannot find just nicer human beings.
Yes.
I mean, they could not be nicer people.
Yeah, they've all been great so far.
Yeah, and it's
just they
it's
really know
the-
what they're doing. So.
it's the perfect neighbor to have, the perfect person to have, within your little compound here, doing their thing with our thing, and it's going to be great, and I'm excited about it. And
Mhm.
it is technically underway. I think they're getting the plans approved. We've been back and forth with the for several months now with the planners to get everything approved,
Mhm.
and I think we're about there. And soon we will pull that little string, and everything will go to work. And we've already torn the kitchen apart. That's kind of
Yes.
pretty much done. So next we put in these big things, and it's going to be fun. So Wanderback Brewery will be coming to the Landis Theater properties very soon.
Hell yeah, brother! I
But
cannot wait.
also this weekend we had, well, you know what? Before we show, because part of the actual Christmas celebration itself, which you saw some pictures, was the actual Rowan band. Did you get that video up?
No, that's the one that I said wasn't on.
Oh, so the Rowan band.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the kids singing wasn't up there.
No, you didn't actually send me that.
Oh, well, your
Yes,
phone
you sent
sucks.
me one video,
Your phone sucks.
and
So
your other 2 are still uploading.
anyway,
by
there
the
was
way.
this really cool orchestra that played on stage, and I took video of it, but apparently we don't have that to show you. So what we're gonna do is Steve and I will do it with hand puppets. Oh, Merry
Wait,
Christmas!
which one of us is
Merry,
the
Merry
dog sleeping?
Christmas,
Because that's what
Merry
the whole video
Christmas,
was.
Yeah, actually, it was kind of cool.
It was a dog playing.
Speaking of dogs, I'm gonna give them a shameless plug. I don't know, but I can't because I don't know what it's called. Glow World, Glow something, Glow whatever the hell in Williamstown, New Jersey.
in wherever the hell it is.
I took my dogs last night, and it is a drive-through Christmas thing, and they were so happy and so excited. And all they did was stare out the windows. It was a wonderful thing where you drive, they play music, you drive through all these lights, and if you have greyhounds, specifically 3 females, they love it. I can tell you for
specifically.
yes. Casey and I got together to hang out with the puppies, and it was a wonderful night. And those dogs, I was so happy to see their faces. But that was just a shameless plug for Glow something in Williamstown, New Jersey. They won the Great Light Fight television show in 2023. I did see that online. So if you get a chance, go there. Bring your kids, bring your dogs. I wouldn't bring too many old people. It's over like 85. It's just a lot of blinking lights, and there may be issues. So
Over 85.
I don't know. I feel like that's always the people that we have issues with, like the over 85s. With the blinky light thing, they're like, "Is there blinking lights?" Somebody literally at the Rowan Orchestra thing, the girl was singing. What's the song where you basically want to bang Santa Claus?
Santa baby.
Santa baby. I want to bang Santa baby, and we had like Christmas balls kind of going on the TV. The moving stuff. I'm like, yeah, really? She's singing about banging Santa Claus, and you're worried about balls on the wall. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, get out of here. And she was like 90 years old. So that's my issue with 90-year-old people seeing things. Speaking of 90 years old, just because of that, we have a shameless plug. Thank you, Stephen Desco, of our wonderful theater, and why somebody who doesn't like balls on the wall would have an issue with it. If you want to play that, we want to thank you, Stephen, for this commercial that Mr. Desco has created for the Landis Theater. Whenever you're ready.
God help us all.
Have you ever been stuck in Vegas but ended up spending all your money on hookers and fire trucks instead of going to the Sphere? You don't have that problem in Vineland, New Jersey. So come and see the Landis Theater. It's not the Sphere. In fact, it's almost square. But you'll still have a good time. No ticket fees ever, no taxes, and free parking. The Landis. It's not the Sphere. It's square.
Yes, thank you, Stephen Desco. And for those people that don't like balls on the wall, well, there you go. It is. We are the Sphere, but we are square. Technically not square, but I'll go with square. I'm okay with that. We're as square as we can be. But then the amazing and wonderful Andy Powell and Wishbone Ash played, and you cannot ask for a more guitar-heavy trip down trippy lane. I don't even know what to say about these guys, man, because the music is just so good.
Yes.
And whether you know their music or not, you sit there and go, wow. It was like seeing Winona Judd. You know, she played here. I didn't know a song that woman sang. I didn't know any of it, but man, what a great show.
Yeah.
That's Wishbone Ash.
Yep.
You might not know the music, but you realize as soon as you hear the music where a lot of people got their influence to do music.
Yes.
Like Rush, even.
Yep.
You can hear some of that in there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
if you got that, let's play a little bit of that, because that was just absolutely amazing. What a great show, man. Those guys are so good.
Yes, I don't remember what order these are, but I remember choosing these because we talked a lot about the dual lead guitar players.
Yes.
And these are some really good clips to kind of show
I'm excited.
everything that they do. And actually, the one clip, they take that dual lead and tell their bass player to do the damn same thing. And
that I know
they all
exactly
go
what you're
in
talking
together
about.
at the same time. It's
That
it's
riff,
awesome,
that's what
man.
reminded me of Rush.
It's a really good riff.
Yes, it was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
But here we go, some Wishbone Ash.
That video looked really good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
That was pretty awesome. Dude, when you got great musicians like that, how do you not do an amazing job? I mean,
Hell
that's
yeah.
just sick. I want to see the one video, though. I'm excited to see the one video.
Yes. Here we go. Let's go with another one here. Now, one that you got.
Oh, that's insane. Dude,
Hell yes.
they're so good. It's almost sick how good these guys are at playing guitars.
Yes.
And again, if you didn't hear the story of these guys, you want to go back and watch last week's episode and listen to Andy Powell, because it's amazing the things he talks about, opening up for the Who at 14 years old and stuff.
Mhm.
But just listening to their guitar playing and knowing they're the first band that ever said, you know what, let's do 2 lead guitars and really make this music sing. And they did. And it is so gorgeous.
And my
so many
favorite
people
part about
did that.
them, I mean, Andy Powell is one of these guys. It's like a really, really influential guitar player. Right?
Oh,
like
without a
a
doubt.
lot of people that play guitar know who Andy Powell is,
Yeah.
right? And the greatest part about him is that he has no problem, cutting back and letting the other guy play the lead. Like that was their whole
Yeah,
shtick.
yeah.
And honestly, to be like that and to not, be that guy the whole time and to just go right back and chug along while he's
Because
ripping
he has
away.
more respect for the music than himself.
Exactly.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
these selfish people
Yep.
out there nowadays, and
Yes.
that's unfortunate.
But it's very nice to see that they can work together like that, and neither of them
Yeah.
had any problems going back playing rhythm, and then at the same time, bass players laying it down, and they're both playing
Dude,
the
they're
same
amazing,
thing, going
man.
back and forth. It's
They're-
awesome.
Again, simply amazing. You got one last one
I
you
got
said
one
before
more
we
here,
get
yeah.
our first guest on?
Yes, here we go. Just have
God, they're
that little,
so sick. They're just
that
sick.
little groove going in the back there.
Sick.
It's
It's some
like,
of the greatest.
that's a lead
playing.
guitar player playing rhythm. That's what you get right
But
there.
you think about all the bands, hundreds of bands a year
Mm-hmm.
here, but all the concerts we've seen in our lives on our own. I mean, I've seen way too many. I don't even remember 90% of them. But literally, those have to be some of the greatest guitar players I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, both of them. Honestly,
Yeah.
I cannot for the life of me
Yeah.
remember what the other guitar player's name is in that band. He's
Mac
a very
Awesome,
he's a very quiet
Mr. Awesome.
individual.
But he's just amazing.
Yes,
They're all amazing.
I know Bob, the bass player, and obviously Andy we know, but the other two they're very quiet. They keep to themselves.
Wishbone Ash. They're on tour for the rest of the year, pretty
For
much.
the rest
which
of their lives, I'd imagine.
which isn't much left in this year. But
Those guys love being on
if
the
you
road.
didn't get to see them here, you heard a little bit of. Look, catch these guys, man. You do yourself a favor, especially if you're a musician. Go see some of the great guitar players out there and see where some of the influence came from. Learn from the masters, like you will be able to learn here in the summer from the
and
masters.
learn how to play with each other like those
Yes.
guys do.
Yeah, well,
They're a great band
Yeah.
to show you how
Play
to kind of work off of
instruments
each other,
with one another.
Yeah.
Learn to
Yes.
play instruments with one another.
Hell yeah. But yes, it looks like we have Jim from Tupelo Honey.
Oh,
So
he is the
do you,
singer. Yes.
would you like me to play a little clip from last year?
Yes, let's do that because these
All right.
guys are great, man. If you are,
Yes.
if look, man, if you don't, this is the problem I think we have with a lot of bands that come in is people are like, oh my God, they don't understand first of all what Tupelo Honey is, but if you're a Van Morrison fan, you know exactly what Tupelo Honey
Mhm.
is. But for these people that are like, well, I don't really know who Van Morrison is. Let's play you a clip and then let's go over some of the songs, and you're going to go, what? I know just about everything this guy has ever done.
Yes.
Because he's
Yep.
an amazing musician, amazing music throughout the years, and some of the most iconic songs, and not just of that time period, that are still played today in weddings and
Yeah.
things like that. I mean, this is just music that just transcends the time it was
yeah,
put out.
this is one of those songs I think everyone has heard.
Well, let's
at
put- let's-
at
let's
least
go.
once in their
It's
lives.
got to be
They
Brown.
might not know who the hell it is.
I
but-
think I know what it is. I think I know it.
But here you
Yep.
go.
Whatever happened to stand so slow? Going down the old mountain with a transistor radio. Remember those? Standing in the sunlight laughing behind a rainbow's wall. Slipping in the slime all along that waterfall with you.
walls. Your walls were different,
Yes.
dude. That is absolutely again. I had a feeling it was Brown Eyed Girl, but that's just one. Dude, come on, man. How do you not know this guy? And look how the people are standing because, first of all, the lead singer of this band who's coming on, dude, he literally delivers.
Yes.
I mean, this guy is good.
Yes. Jim is great. I
If
can't
you
wait.
are going to go see a Van Morrison tribute experience or whatever, you want without that guy giving you Van Morrison,
Yes.
you're going to get it with Jim. This guy's freaking phenomenal. I hate to blow him up too, but the guy's great. I mean, I don't know what else you say about somebody that gives you. And you're talking about some of the biggest songs. This isn't even. You got Brown Eyed Girl. I wrote some down because One Last Moon Dance with You. Moon Dance, another huge hit. You can bring him on. Is he on?
Yeah.
Oh, let's bring him
absolutely.
on.
Here we go.
Yo, buddy.
Hello there.
Oh,
By the way,
how are you?
Wishbone Ash, very impressive. Most people don't know Wishbone Ash. They were great in their time. They were.
Oh, they're
really
still
good.
great. They're still great. You should have seen them. When I tell you, probably we actually just had a comment from one of the guys who comes to a lot of shows. He just put up, and he said some of the greatest guitar playing he's ever seen. And the guy comes there right there, best guitar player ever. And Rory comes almost every show we have.
Jimmy Page used to say that he was an influence on him.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wishbone Ash was no joke. They were really good. They're really good. Yeah.
Still are. And like we were saying, we spoke with Andy Powell last week, and he was telling me how, they started out literally opening up for the Who before the Who was even the Who.
Wow.
I mean, that's how
early 70s, right? Like 71, 72, 73. Right?
Well, he was recording they were recording their first album the same time the Beatles were recording it at Apple Records. Apple Studio.
Wow, no kidding. At Abbey Road.
Yeah, yep. They were
Wow.
recording at the same time, and he'll tell you the stories of him recording with John Lennon and stuff. And I mean, the guy's just an amazing guy. But he played, like Steve said. I think what I respected the most is what Steve just hit on. Is as great of a guitar player as Andy is, he will step back and let the other guitar player come in.
You have to, yeah.
And he doesn't take that stage and eat it up. You know what I mean? It's just, and it's so beautiful when they get going.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love it, man. I think
I was listening to the harmonies on that one clip you played. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Really.
They're so good. They're so good.
Really.
That's true. That's true. That is men that have been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah, very long time. Yeah.
Continue to do it too.
What's that?
And continue to do
Yes.
it.
It's like there's
They're not going to
there's
slow down anytime soon.
No,
I don't.
I don't see that. I see them.
They
touring
love
and
playing
touring.
shows.
Yeah, they really do, and they're great. Great people, great band, and we love them. And our hopes are to have them back sometime and start getting more people to understand and know who they are.
Yeah.
Because that's one of those bands that we were saying. We had Winona Judd here. Everybody knows the name Winona Judd. Nobody knows Wishbone Ash.
Right.
I didn't know one song Winona Judd sang. Not one. I still to this day can't name a Winona Judd song. But that was probably one of the best shows I ever saw because the woman is a performer.
Right.
But that's what you get with Wishbone Ash.
Right.
You might not know all the music, but when you sit down and you start watching these guys,
they're amazing.
And you just get sucked into how great they are.
They're amazing. Yeah.
Amazing. Speaking of amazing, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well, my brother. Thank you for this. Thank you for this opportunity. I mean, I wasn't really, to be honest with you, even prepared. I'm thrilled to be on with you guys. I've been watching your show and it's awesome.
Well, we're excited to have you back, man. And like I said, I'm a big, Van Morrison fan. And it's, again, like I was saying, it was one of those bands that in time, there's so many key songs.
There are.
That people, and Brown Eyed Girl, probably the biggest hit. Everybody knows that song.
But it's funny. We do shows all the time and people come up and go, oh my God, I forgot he did that song.
Yes.
There are so many songs that he's written that people go, oh, Van Morrison, I don't know his stuff. Come to the show and listen. You'll know his stuff. I mean, there are songs that he's done that have been redone by Rod Stewart, John Cougar. I mean,
everybody redoes his music because it's so good. I mean, I probably somebody else did Moon Dance too.
Oh, Moon Dance was just done. Michael Bublé's done Moon Dance.
Bublé did it, and he did a great job.
People have done Moon Dance.
Yeah. So I mean, there's so many of these songs. Like Have I Told You Lately? Was it Wild Night? I still Wild Night. You still hear in movies and TV.
John Mellencamp redid it.
Yeah, that's Wild Night. It was John Mellencamp. And but look, I'm not going to lie. John Mellencamp did a good job with it. But when you hear Van Morrison do it,
it's way better.
So much better. Exactly. The problem is it didn't get the airplay like it did, when it was redone. That was the problem.
He's one of those guys. Like if you go to Europe, I mean, he's enormous. Here, he's got a huge following. Like a lot of people don't know, in the '90s when they released his greatest hits collection, they sold like 10 million copies of that. And the record company had no idea when they released it they were going to get that kind of a response.
Wow!
They actually had to go back for a second and third printing because they were selling more than they thought they would sell.
Wow!
There's so many good songs that he's done. I mean, Domino and Someone New and the
Days Like This.
Yeah.
Another great song I love.
Days Like This. Into the Mystic.
Into the Mystic, another great tune.
I mean, one of those songs people play it and they just go. It's like otherworldly. They just, it's a great opportunity. It's an honor for us to play this stuff. It's really
well. Let me ask you: do you focus on Van Morrison, or do you do anything else?
We focus predominantly on Van Morrison. We've had requests to expand it into more like blue-eyed soul. I don't know if you know what that expression is, blue-eyed soul.
Yeah, I'm a little familiar with it.
Like
yes,
Steve Winwood is blue-eyed soul and that kind of stuff. We've been asked to do more of that. We may expand into that next year, but right now it's all Van, and there's plenty of music there. I mean, there isn't I'd say maybe if we in our set there's maybe 30, 40, 35, 40 songs in the show. Most are, I would say, out of those 40 songs, 34, 35 of them are instantly recognizable. People will know who they are.
Yeah. And that I will tell you, last time you played here, I knew a lot of Van Morrison songs, but I didn't know that some of the songs you played were Van Morrison songs.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say.
I'm like, that's a Van Morrison song? I had to go back and look that up. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
That is. And like you said, the problem, I think, is the music was so good and the lyrics were so fun in some of the songs.
Yeah.
That people were redoing them, and because of that, you always thought it was John
Somebody
Mellencamp.
else did it. Yeah, somebody else did it. My own wife thought that Jimmy Buffett did Brown Eyed Girl. I had to show it to her when we were getting started. That it was this is a Van Morrison song. I mean, it's
nuts.
I always say to people, come to the show. Come to the show. It's a fun time. Like a lot of tribute bands try really hard to, look and act and dress like the bit. We're more of a celebration of the music. I'll never look like a short Irish guy. I'll never, no matter how hard I try. You know what I mean? So for us, it's just a celebration of really good music. We get everybody to sing along, clap along. We actually, for this show, we're gonna throw in a couple of Christmas songs, one or two of his and some other ones.
Yes, he did have a couple Christmas songs. That's right.
He does his song called Glad Tidings.
Yep.
There's one he does. It's called Celtic New Year. We're gonna do. But we're also going to give away for Christmas. We're going to do some trivia and give away some T-shirts. I mean, we're going to make it a party.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. And and you kind of hit that. That's another thing I like about Van Morrison. He was soulful, but he was also Celtic.
Yes,
that vibe there. And you got that in some of the music. You could feel that. That's a song I don't think I've heard, the Celtic Christmas song. I want to hear that now.
Celtic New Year. Yeah, you'll hear it.
It's called Celtic New Year. Okay,
you'll hear it on Saturday. He's Glad Tidings is just fun. It's got that na 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 na. It's got that sing along hook. He's got a lot of that stuff where you can kind of sing along with it. Like I come down off the stage and walk around the audience and get people up and clapping and singing along. And the idea is we try to make it, yes, it's a show, but it's more than a show. We try to make it almost like a little party. We like people to get up and dance. We want people to sing along. We want people to have a good time, and that's really what our focus is.
It should be, and I'll be honest with you. I think people do have a good time because, like I said, the last time you were here, I thought people had a really good time.
I appreciate it.
And look, as long as you bathe and you come down and you're in good shape, people don't mind.
Jeez.
You don't be careful walking around there. Eyes start watering like, oh, I love this band, but good God, man, this guy needs to stay on stage.
That smells like the Bayonne dumps. Yeah, I know.
How long has this band been together now, you guys?
We launched in early 2019. And we played a bunch of dates in 2019, and then 2020 hit and COVID hit, and we were down for probably 18 months, 19 months.
Right, yeah.
We couldn't. Nobody was even open, and those were open. It was hard to travel. We really couldn't go anywhere. So we really didn't pick back up again until probably 2022. And every year we're getting more work, and the word is getting out about the band. There's a lot of nice buzz about it. People are we work really hard. We try to put on a really good show. I don't stop moving the entire time. It's all about interacting and I learned. It's a funny story. Years ago, before I was always a fan of Bruce Springsteen's, but years ago, before I really knew his music that well, I was just going to college, and I was 18. I was just learning about his music. I got free tickets through the campus radio station at the college. I went to University of Maryland to see him at I think it was called the Capitol Center in DC, where he played, and I had never seen him. And he was on stage for 4 hours. The only other concert I'd ever seen, they were on for like 2.5. And he didn't stop moving for 4 hours. And I remember right before the show ended, like a half an hour before it ended, I was like, Bruce, go home. I'm tired. I don't want this anymore. Go home. He put on the best show. And whenever I saw that, I thought that's how you do it. If somebody pays $30 for a ticket, you give them a $300 show.
Yeah, I unfortunately sat through one of those 4-hour shows, but it was probably an hour and a half of talking.
Yeah, he does do a lot of talking.
Oh, man. I remember looking at my sister-in-law going, oh, really? I mean, really? I mean, he wasn't even in Vietnam, and the guy's been talking about Vietnam for 45 minutes.
He did go through a period where he told you way more about himself than you really needed to know.
I did not need to know any of it. But again, he being from Jersey, he's an icon of New Jersey. Everybody knows New Jersey, and he's one of those guys that when I feel like he cared more about the country at one point. He made some pretty damn good patriotic songs.
He did,
and it's unfortunate, how things turn. But
yeah, sometimes I wish he'd just shut up and sing.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I say about all of them. Look, man, we love your music. Shh.
Yeah, I know.
Let us all just enjoy the music. And then
I always say to myself, like, what are you trying to prove? What do you think this is going to help?
It's I don't know. I just feel like I don't know anymore. I don't. But again, I agree with you. But I got to ask you. I had a couple questions, because one of my things is one of the things I want to know. It's like how do you feel? I feel like I know you're gonna answer this, but when you're doing this tribute to someone like Van Morrison, how do you feel like you do tributing the music? I mean, this is an icon of music,
right?
I mean, and you're up there and you're doing his thing. You're doing it your way. Again, like you said, you don't look like Van Morrison on stage.
Well, I will say this. First of all, I'm lucky enough to be surrounded by, I've got some amazing players. I mean, they are.
You do. You absolutely
do. They are way better than I deserve. They are so talented and so good and have such a range that they can just go with me wherever I go. They just, if I go off and start doing something with the audience, they'll follow me, and they'll do a great show. Yep. And for me, I've been a fan. I mean, my God, 35 years I've been a fan of Van Morrison. So when I do a show, it's in reverence. I do the best I can. I'm not him. I'm not going to be him, but I have a real love for the stuff, and I sing it with the kind of passion that I think it deserves.
I feel like you deliver it like him, though. Like, you know what I mean? When I watch you, especially when I watch back even the Brown Eyed Girl tape that we just saw,
mm-hmm.
I feel like you perform, you sing it, and you deliver it like you're seeing Van Morrison.
Well, I've been listening to it for a long time, and he's actually kind of made his way into my style.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without
his style is the way I sing now. Yeah,
you can see it, which is good. Well, that's not a bad way to have. That's not a bad style.
No, it's not.
Exactly. Now, did you ever get a chance to meet him at all?
I haven't, although I will say it was pretty cool. About maybe a month ago, he commented on our feed on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. He came onto our feed. Unfortunately, I can't find where it was. It was on one of the postings for a show. He came in and he said, I want to thank you. I want to thank you and my audience for being so, I can't remember how he said it, for being such wonderful fans. and representing my music so well. And I was like, whoa. And as it turns out, the bass player for the band is now like friends with our bass player. And
That's cool.
it's like really like wild. Like, and I mean, we are not like an international act. We don't do 150 shows a year. You know, we're not out there all the time, but when we go out, we really try to deliver. And I guess, you know, maybe the word's getting out. I sure hope we work hard
I
enough.
hope so too, for your sake, because like I said, it's a fun show, man. It really is a fun show, and it's one of those shows you can get behind when you're in the crowd, and all of a sudden people start dancing. You get them on their feet, you come out in the crowd. It's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. And again, it's so much recognizable music that if you don't know, I just can't employ people enough that you if you know one song, come out, because there's a pretty damn good chance you're going to
know them all or know a lot of them.
A good 2/3 of the songs, if not more.
It's funny because I have people come up to us all the time. I mean, every show, somebody comes up and goes, "This is the 4th time I've seen you this year," and I'm like, "You the 4th time you've seen us? Like, really?" And they were like, "Yeah, I love your show." I'll never forget this. Where were we? We were in Pennsylvania doing a show, and I said, "Hey, you know, who's come the furthest to see the show?" And a girl held up her hand, and I said, "Where'd you come from?" She said, "Wisconsin." I'm like, "You came from Wisconsin to see our show?" And she said, "Well, there aren't any other Van Morrison tributes that are that good." She goes, "And I love Van Morrison. He doesn't tour anymore. And I heard about this, and I have family that lives in New Jersey, so I bought a ticket and I came out to see the show." And I'm like, I wouldn't come from Wisconsin to see our show. I couldn't believe it. But she, you know, we have some real committed fans. They've seen the show a million times. I'm just honored to be doing it. Honestly, at this point in my life, I'm just.
The good thing is our podcast reaches several thousand people, weekly.
Oh, wow.
Not just from our area. And the thing I like about it, like Steve would tell you, we have the right person on. We hit like 16,000 views,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that's around the globe, not just here. So what I tell people is, if you see a band and you see them here, or maybe you didn't get to see them, but you saw the clip we showed and they're in your area and you're not from our area, go see this band. And you're one of those bands. We have a guy who drives up from South Carolina, is it?
South Carolina, yeah.
He comes up from South Carolina a lot to see different bands. And if he's listening or listens in this week, I want him to know, hey, man, here's a band to come see. This is one of those bands that you want to drive up and take your time to come see, because there's an amazing band.
It's a lot. I mean, you see a lot of bands. So
we
see a lot.
We do. We really do. But there's some bands like, and I said, we were talking about Steve Desco, he does our Ozzy band here. He does our Black Sabbath band here. There he is. Steve's amazing. He just did this little commercial for us that I thought was hilarious. But I mean, we have not even, I can't even count the number of Ozzy Osbourne tributes that knock on my door. When I mean by knocking the door, send emails and stuff. AC/DC bands, Led Zeppelin bands, which we have a local one that's coming on next. It's amazing. We get them left and right. The Van Morrison is one of the very rare things you ever see. I don't even know if I've ever seen another Van Morrison tribute.
No, not that I know of.
No, I don't think anyone has ever came up to us and said, "Oh, by the way, I got a Van Morrison tribute. Hey, how you doing?" But I don't see it. But you see everything.
That's nice to hear. That is nice to hear.
Springsteen has got. We had an ELO band come on, who were phenomenal, by the way, and they will be back. I just signed them again this coming year because they're phenomenal. And unfortunately, they sold very well though.
Mm-hmm.
But they played here the same night that 30 minutes away in Philadelphia, ELO was playing.
Yeah, as it turned out.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah,
no. We were lucky. A couple hundred people didn't know about ELO down the street.
Well, and I think they didn't want to pay the damn ticket price.
Well, yeah, you're talking a $30 ticket versus a $300 ticket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
just to get in the door. I mean, that was the cheapest one available.
Yeah, but they came on and they're like, "Oh, there's not a lot of people doing ELO." Yeah, I could tell you about 10 of them.
Really?
Oh, without a doubt, I can tell you about 10 of them. This one is one of the best, though. I'll give Strange Magic. They're called, and they are phenomenal.
I love ELO. I was like their.
So do I. And these guys are phenomenal, and they will be back. We love them so much. But when it comes to Van Morrison, you're the only one. So what that does, it doesn't only put you in a very niche, market, but you do it so well that even if 20 other people came up and said, "Hey, man, we're doing Van Morrison. We like to," I would say, "No, I have Tupelo Honey." You know what I mean? If I'm going to bring them back, I'll bring back Tupelo Honey.
That's real. Thank you, man. That's really nice. You know, we love playing your theater. Your theater has, I think, the best presence. It's got the best lights. It's got the best effects. Your sound guy is always right on target. You do the lights, right? You do the lights.
Steve does the lights. Yep.
The lights are always like almost like Madison Square Garden kind of. I mean, they're really. When we play there, it's like it's by far one of my favorite places to play.
Well, you'll like to know that
my house, so it's even better.
We updated the sound too, so it's even.
Did you really?
Absolutely. Yes. We got a better soundboard, better speakers. We added things.
Wow, nice.
Made other things happen. So
nice.
It only gets better, and that's one of the things we pride ourselves on here is constantly trying to just do better and better to make it a better music venue. And because that's what it really is, in my opinion. I mean,
I'm honestly excited to hear it. Like, I mean, this is the kind of band for everything that we did sound wise.
Going to go crazy.
You know, I mean, I know I'm the lighting guy, but I'm the one that when changes have to be made. Any tuning that has to be done, I'm the one that does all that. And you can only do so much for a metal band when it's loud, just in your face.
It's what it is. Yep.
But you tune it for things like this. When you really hear musicians separated, you can hear kind of everyone's individual things going on. I'm excited for it because I think it's going to sound fantastic.
Do you guys record the show?
No, unfortunately we don't. we videotape with our phones a little bit so we can show it on our podcast here, but that's about it. But and unfortunately
I'll put it on our website. I'll put it on our Facebook page.
Our new board doesn't even have the capability going out.
I found a way.
You did?
We gotta buy something for that.
Oh, okay.
They weasel you into buying something for everything.
That's what they want. So. But it couldn't sound better. And when I tell you, Bob, for the first couple of weeks, he was a little like, "Oh my God, what are all these things for?" We already had an intricate board as it was, and now we have this amazing. And honestly, what was the Midas Pro?
Midas Pro 2.
2,027,000.
Yeah.
So. But the deal behind it is it's what all the bands that came, the touring bands that come in. This is what they keep opening up the case and bringing out. I'm like, why don't we just get one?
Get one, right? Exactly.
So we got one, and let me tell you, man, a lot of the bands that bring them in just kind of turn it up. When you dial it in and you turn it down a little bit, it is absolutely one of the most beautiful pieces of equipment we could have ever bought.
That's how you know it's good.
Yeah.
When you can pick out those little we have when we let our keyboard player do a solo. I mean, these guys are really good. They know how to do it in such a way that you hear things you wouldn't normally hear just because it's loud.
Well, you're going to hear that now.
You want to hear the music.
Yes.
No, you're going to hear that now. What was the one band that came in? It wasn't. I know the Styx band sounded really good on the board, but there was one band that came in particular. And we looked at each other and went, "Wow, man, we can hear every single thing they're playing."
I think it was Wishbone Ash last weekend.
Yeah, well, Wishbone Ash was wonderful. But when the board first came in, it was a couple bands in.
Oh man!
But the thing about Bob too is, and I see this because I've learned, especially after buying a venue, you go to a show. The first thing you do outside of your venue is you start eyeing up all their guys and see what they're doing. And I love to watch the sound guys because these sound guys will sit there and they'll have all their stuff going. And then once that show gets going, they'll sit back and they'll start smoking a cigarette. Mm-hmm. Or every once in a while, you'll see them kind of get up and walk away. And I'm like, where'd the sound guy go? That's not Bob. Bob, he's like us. He's very well versed in music. He knows a lot of these bands. And he sits there and he knows there's a guitar solo coming up. There's a piano solo.
Right.
There's a part in the actual song that there is this delay and I've got to figure it out. And he will come in hours before the band gets here, a tribute act, and he will sit there and try to figure that damn delay out. So when you hit that note, all of a sudden you can see the eyes of guys on stage going, "Did that just happen?"
We yell back and forth the whole.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
No, it's a dotted A. No,
there's a female singer I sing with on stage. Her name is Cerise. You remember Cerise. Mm-hmm. Cerise has a voice. There are times when she sings, I feel like when she's done, I should just leave. I mean, there's no way to really follow her. I have to be honest. And there's this one part in one of the songs, I won't say which one it was, or it is, where she holds this note for I don't even know how long. It's a while, and it's an E, which is very hard vocally. An E flattens out your vocal cords, so
Yeah.
it's hard to hold it that long. She holds that E, that letter E for I mean forever. I mean the band stops playing, she just keeps going. And I'm telling you, if he processes that right, it will people will wet,
Well,
their eyes will start crying.
he
It's
does
incredible.
that.
I'm very proud of all these guys. I don't know what God's grace put them in my life, but they are an amazing set of players, and I'm blessed, absolutely blessed to be on stage with them. And
Well, we're blessed to have you play our venue.
thank you.
Again, there's people just aren't out there doing the Van Morrison thing, which I don't understand why. We've beaten it back and forth a couple times.
Mhm.
You know, there's like, and I say the same band every time. It's funny because Steve Desco, we were just talking about, came in and played a Steve Miller song for us live in studio one time. There's nobody doing Steve Miller. I mean, Steve Miller.
That's weird because Steve Miller had a lot of hits.
A lot of hits. He had 2 greatest hits albums.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
He had Steve, like volume 1 and 2. And for some reason, people will do 95 Ozzy tributes. Maybe
and Steve Miller, like his stuff is still playing. Like
yes.
kids in their 20s
Yeah.
that love Steve Miller, still love the Joker and love, Take the Money and Run and all of his hits. I mean, I don't understand that.
And I literally don't understand it either. And it's amazing. But Van Morrison is another one of those bands, though. So much great music, so many great songs, and no one's out there doing it. Thankfully, you're doing it. And thank you for doing that. Because again, we try to, I said some nasty things on Facebook to a scumbag today. I really don't do that very often, but he's just a nasty, disgusting human being. And but I said to him, I said, one of the things here is like, how do they make money over there? They don't make any money over there. First of all, if we were here to make money, we wouldn't be here. What we do here is we do other things and we fuel this place with money from other businesses and things of that nature. But also we do it because we give great musicians who might not be in Van Morrison's band, who never had a chance to record that great record, who never had a chance to get out there and do something great, to come here and celebrate the music of someone they love, and for them to have the stage. Young bands to come in with their original music. Older bands like Wishbone Ash, who have influenced some of the greatest players in the world, give them a place to play because they're not going to play a 20,000 seat venue.
No, you're right.
This gives them the opportunity to play here. Yeah, we might not sell out, but you know what? As long as we sell enough to cover our expenses, we're in good shape. You know what I mean? Do we want to make more money someday? Yes. But guess what? We've been almost 4 years of probably the worst economies. And last year, the worst year of our entire existence in this theater, economy wise, and it's been hell just paying the bills. But to have somebody come on and question, why we're still in. The reason we're here is because of people like you, people that are putting music out like you do for a specific artist. And this person, by the way, he's one of those people that does a band that everybody else does. Because everybody else already does that band. So
I figured out what band it was, by the way.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, the Almost Brothers.
What's that? That's the band,
The Almost Brothers. Oh,
yes, there was a band that came in called the Almost Brothers. And when they were one of the new bands on the board. And man, every instrument sounded absolutely gorgeous. You should have been here. And I'm telling you, you're going to get that same treatment because this is the same kind of band. You have that same band that you have the instruments that almost. I think it's what I liked about Van Morrison. Now that the more I think about it, is how the music came. You know what I mean? Like you don't listen to Brown Eyed Girl, and in the back of your head, you're not hearing Brown Eyed Girl being played. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Brown Eyed did it. You hear the music because the band and Van Morrison were one. Where sometimes you'll just I know all the lyrics to that song, but you don't musically remember it. Which is like anything Taylor Swift ever did, probably. But boy, Tay. Steve loves Tay. Steve's gonna
all done now, man.
Steve's gonna be excited when he finds out I booked another Taylor tribute coming in. So you got to give something to the kids, and she's
it's not like it's not going to sell. It'll probably sell. So
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But the good thing about it is, like I said, man, you guys are you're the reason we do what we do. It's not for money. If we someday start breaking the bank here and making money, it'd be cool. But I will tell you, all that I've lost over 6 years here, it's probably going to about 20 years of making money to get it back.
That's what I was going to say. It'll be
So at this point, if it pays its way, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? I enjoy what I do here with the video. Steve loves what he does with the lights. Bob does amazing sound. Everyone that works here is absolutely stellar human beings in every way. You know, we have an amazing club and bar next door. We have the Wanderback Company, a brewery coming in downstairs. It's a great facility. It's a great property. And we're thankful for people like you who are keeping some wonderful music alive, again, that no one else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
But we're also thankful for the opportunity to play your venue. I mean, we could be amazing, but if we got no place to go, nobody's going to hear it.
But
we really appreciate the opportunity.
There's other bands out there. Like I you know what I want to do one of these days when we're doing the show? I want to do a list of here's the bands that no one's doing a tribute of. If you got a tribute band, why don't you think about one of these?
Yeah.
You know, for some reason, it just hit me. Starship is another one. Starship and all their from Jefferson Airplane, the Jefferson Starship, to Jeffersons,
right.
Jeffersons, to whatever else they were doing.
A ton of hits.
Tons of hits.
Yeah.
No one does them. Now, we did have the girl who sings with Starship here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's actually I've known her forever too. What is Sean? Yeah, what's her last name though?
Coey.
Sean Coey.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, Sean Coey's her name. She's actually toured. She actually toured with Meatloaf before he passed, and then she went on, and she's touring now with Starship. So we had her here.
You like the Gray Slick stuff? Is that what she does?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you'd be surprised. Starship, a lot of the songs that we built this city's female lead in it. There's a lot of songs. Yep. So, but the girl's phenomenal, and you know, I always thought about I should talk to her about maybe bringing Starship here because they can't be that much nowadays. But nobody's doing Starship. I mean, nobody's doing Steve Miller. There's so many just fantastic bands out there. But again, Bo, hey man, we got a cool AC/DC tribute. I'm like, yeah, you and like 5,000,
9 million other people. I know. Yeah, I know. For some reason, there seems to be 5 or 6 bands that everybody wants to do. Billy Joel, Journey, AC/DC.
Billy Joel's another one.
Yeah.
And Journey's a big one. Another one is Foreigner. You know, you got. We found a band that was just played here not long ago. Foreigner and Journey mixture could not have been better. They took all the best hits from both bands. They killed them all. Mm-hmm. They had 2 great singers. That's the way to do those 2 bands. Yep, that's literally the way to do those 2 bands. And they did a great job. And we're hoping to have them back this coming year as well. Because we saw Foreigner actually with Styx.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not far from here. Styx invited us to the show. And, you know, thank God Styx opened up first because we left during Foreigner because it's not Foreigner. It's a tribute to Foreigner.
Is it?
Yeah, there's nobody left in the band.
Yes.
Well, I know Mick Jones isn't there, but is the lead singer? No, the lead singer. No.
Nobody. The only guy that we recognized was the guy from Dokken, the bass player.
Jeff Pilson, the bass player of Dokken of all bands, to be in Foreigner.
And you know, we've had better Foreigner tributes that have played here than that. And Steve wanted to stay for a couple songs. And I did. I stayed. I'm like, for some reason they played all the hits the first 3 songs. I guess
front loaded it so hard
to keep people around. But I'm like, can we go now? I mean, there's still a hot dog cart down the street that hasn't closed yet.
I mean, I remember you looking at me and being like, can we go? I was like, I mean, that's every song you'd want to hear right there, already 4 songs in. So yeah, why not?
I was good to go. Good to go. But again, you know, Styx you can't beat. I mean, they're amazing. They're still pretty much the whole band, you know.
Yeah, well. I think Anthony Young is the only one that's not in it.
And he hasn't been in it in a long time.
Yeah, he left a long time ago. I know.
And honestly, Tommy Shaw to me is the lead to that band. I mean, he sings some of the best songs, and same with JY. They're still singing some of the best songs.
JY's, I think the drummer died. I think he's the only one that,
Zuckerman, Todd Zuckerman, who's the drummer now, is absolutely probably one of the most phenomenal drummers.
He's been their drummer since, I want to say, like 91.
Yeah, he's been around.
Say something like that.
And probably, in my opinion, and I know Steve semi-agrees with me, probably one of the best drummers alive right now after Neil passed away. Oh, you got to hear this, man.
I'm a drummer. I'll have to check him out.
See him play. He plays traditional the entire time on all Styx songs. Oh, yes.
Yes. And
it's amazing.
And a huge kit he plays this way. Beautifully. Crossed on.
Seeing somebody rock around like that, you know, traditional grip and everything.
What's his name? Steve Zuckerman?
Zuckerman. Todd Zuckerman.
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 Definitely.
Like Zuckerman's pig, I always say.
Okay.
from Charlotte's Web.
Okay.
But when you see him play, he plays this full set, this huge set. And Neil Peart, one of the things I always loved about Neil Peart is he could play and his arms would cross
Yeah.
and do things that, and you're always wondering, how does his hands not, how do the sticks not hit? How does he do this? This guy does it too. And if you listen to Styx music and you listen to some of the drums and some of the percussion, and you realize it's only one guy doing that.
Oh yeah, no, they were good. Their drummer was really good when they
and
were.
then you see him doing it traditionally, you're like, how is this happening?
You know, I want to look that up because I feel like it's earlier than that.
Yeah, I think he's been there.
I think it
before
might
the
have been
90s,
that Pieces of Eight.
Yeah, he's been there for a while. But you know who else we had here was who played traditionally was what's his name from Anvil. You remember the band Anvil?
Oh my God, Anvil.
Yeah, we had Anvil play here, and it's still Lips is still the singer, and Reiner is still the drummer, and Reiner plays traditionally too. And I remember because I was telling him how nice his set was. He goes, "You want to play it?" I'm like, "I can't. All your drums are like this. Like everything is flat." I'm like, "What? How am I supposed to play that?"
I know.
But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We've had a lot of great bands here, man, and you're definitely up there with one of the best tributes.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Listen, I want to say tell everybody, come see the show because I guarantee you, whatever you spend, we'll give you 10 times what you spent.
Absolutely,
we're there to work and have a good time.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
and if you want to put up the graphic for that, Steve, so real quick. So the show is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. Steve's
There
looking for it. There she goes.
Oh,
look at that. It's even all Christmassy. How's that? So it's this Saturday. Show starts at 8. Doors open at 7. Tickets are $25 and $35. Remember, that's all in. There are no taxes, no fees, no nothing. Right. $25, $35, free parking. You can park in our lot where we have several hundred spots. You can park in the adjacent lot next door where the church is. We have their permission, and we give them copies of our insurance. You can park, of course, in the city street, which is another 100 parking spaces. Yeah. All free parking, no taxes, no fees. $35 ticket is a $35 ticket, and that's all there is to it. And $35,
yes,
to see a band this good
is entertainment. Come on, and we are going to work as hard for you. We will work harder for you than any band you see.
And you're doing some of the Van Morrison Christmas tunes,
right?
But when do you even hear those? You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah,
Jim, I'm so excited to have you back, man. I really do. I look forward to seeing you guys. I
will be there Saturday, and I will look for you guys.
Oh, you can't miss us. We're in the booth. That's where we live.
We don't move. I tell you what.
Look, I want to thank you again for coming on the show tonight. Thank you for giving us a little insight into you, the band, and everything else, and Van Morrison and his amazing music. Again, the show is this Saturday night at 8:00. Doors open at 7. It is December 14th. It is Saturday. You will get some Van Morrison Christmas tunes thrown in there, too. We got this cute little holiday thing going, man. Rob did a great job with this, man. He really did it. Very, very Christmassy. Tickets, $25, $35, no taxes, no fees, no parking fees.
And I have a lot of comments about this. You can get those tickets at www.thelandis.com.
Yes, thelandis.com.
I did that on the radio.
So much easier. It's just thelandis.com. It's very simple. It's easy to get tickets. And of course, during the show, we put the little thing up there. So when you're watching this podcast later, you can go on. And it is at the bottom of the screen, thelandis.com.
Yes.
Jim, thank you so much for coming on, my friend.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you in a couple of days.
Safe travels getting here. We cannot wait to see you, my friend.
Can't wait to be there.
Absolutely. Take care, brother.
Thanks, guys.
Excellent. What a great human being, man.
Yes,
what a great human being. And just a damn good singer, man. I mean, it's like.
And again, he touched on it, how he kind of, he doesn't stop moving the entire time.
No.
Every clip that I found of them,
Do you have any more clips real quick?
He is just going. No, I got that one because it was like the closest up one.
It was a great clip.
It was
clip.
the best quality.
What is going on? Siri thinks
I found a couple 360p videos that I don't think would have looked too good after going through StreamYard. So
yeah,
it was definitely a bit of an older crowd who was putting them up on YouTube. So
again, you really want to take your time. You want to come see the show. It really is. It's a great show, and I'm excited by it. Tupelo Honey, a Van Morrison celebration. Again, this Saturday, the 14th. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. Tickets are $25 to $35, and we're all decorated like Christmas in the lobby. It looks real pretty. The city's decorated. The city looks gorgeous with the lights going down the road, man. They did the lights going down Landis Avenue, you know, all the Christmas lights as you drive, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. A wonderful city we're proud to be a part of.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Christmas flair here. If you want to go through the
you want to take a
through the rest
second and
of
go
them,
through some of the stuff that we got coming up.
Yeah.
So real quick, we got to plug a couple things. We definitely want to plug Michael Kelly Guitars. I spoke to Uncle Steve on the phone today, about their November 8th return next year. Michael Kelly Guitar Company, michaelkellyguitars.com. We are going to be doing a little something for Christmas, I do believe. We're talking about we're gonna work it out this week, where if you buy a ticket from the Landis during some Christmas shows coming up that we're going to be promoting, a lot of new shows going on sale. A lot of new shows. I mean, I'll throw them out there. We have Steelheart coming. If you remember who Steelheart was, we have the Sweet again, Ballroom Blitz, Fox on the Runs. Great songs by the Sweet. These are the real bands. I'm working with Crack the Sky right now. We have Bow Wow Wow coming. I Want Candy. We have a band called The Rehab coming with Dante. If you don't know who Dante is, Dante was in all the Adam Sandler movies. He was,
and if you don't know Rehab, okay, that's you kind of
well,
buried the lead on that one.
Yeah.
Rehab's a fucking awesome.
Oh, they're
band,
amazing.
Okay, and I
What's
believe
that
it's
one-
the singer. They're
What's
doing
the
an
one
acoustic show.
song that they do? The drinking song.
Oh God, I can't think.
You know
of the
what
name
I'm
of it, but I know exactly.
Oh,
what you're thinking of. Yes.
look up Rehab.
Rehab is awesome.
Yeah,
they're
they're
a
amazing.
fantastic band. Dante is.
But Dante's awesome.
Seems like
Dude,
a fantastic person, and I can't wait to meet him.
He is probably my favorite character in Grandma's Boy,
Mhm.
without a doubt, my favorite. But he's also the quarterback in The Water Boy.
Needle Nick.
Yeah, Needle Nick. Dude, he's probably one of the funniest people you'll meet. He is emceeing the show plus doing some comedy, which is great. We have a lot of really great stuff, but this was the deal I was talking about. Michael Kelly Guitar Company. If you buy a ticket, they're putting together a code for us right now, and with that code, you'll be able to buy a Michael Kelly guitar for somebody for Christmas at 20% off using that code. They do not have this on the website. They're not offering this for Christmas. It will only be if you buy a ticket at the Landis. You'll be able to take that code from your ticket, use it on the Michael Kelly Guitar Company website, and order a guitar from them.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time of year. He said they're going crazy right now. They got the NAMM show coming up, of course. He said, they're all online now. I don't know if you know, Michael Kelly Guitars, for those that don't know, used to be the pinnacle of the guitar that you could buy at Guitar Center. Or not Guitar Center. What the hell were they called?
Sam Ash.
Sam Ash. Sam Ash is no longer around, but Michael Kelly Guitar Company stayed in business, and they are still one of the pinnacle guitar companies. Like these gorgeous pieces behind us that are also in our other piece, our other like Michael Kelly Guitar Lounge over here. But they're phenomenal instruments, all handcrafted by this amazing gentleman named Steve Pisani, who plays here several times a year with his band Radio Flashback. We're excited to have these. We're excited to be a part of Michael Kelly Guitar Company. And again, michaelkellyguitarcompany.com. Go get some Christmas presents. If you plan on buying a ticket to some of these shows I just mentioned, wait to go to Michael Kelly Guitar Company, because you might be able to get 20% off. And you can't beat it, man. And some of these guitars, like they're amazing acoustic guitars, are absolutely gorgeous. And they go for about $400. You're getting, 20% off that. You're saving you're saving almost $100, and I think they have free shipping for Christmas. So you got to go on, you got to check it out, and it's pretty awesome. But what else you got that we can plug before we get the other boys on?
Well, it has already begun with those boys.
Are they here? Oh no, Mutt.
No, they're not here, but he's commenting on the damn stream. I don't know what the hell's
Mutt,
going on here. Get on and do your interview here.
Mutt is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, man. He's nutty as hell, but man, he's such a cool dude,
And
man.
of
He's so
course,
much
Pat.
fun. He's just a fun dude, man. And Pat, we love you, Pat.
Her
man.
Michael Kelly guitar.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
do you? See, because you sleep with it. No one else sleeps with their Michael Kelly guitar.
Also, the Rehab song you were looking for was called the Bartender Song, aka Sitting at a Bar.
Yeah. That's everybody knows the Bartender song. If you haven't, you do, because somebody always plays on the jukebox.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need like a wake up call. I got
Where did that even come
Skittles.
from? There's no Skittles container anywhere.
I have
Are
one right
you
here.
Pocket Skittles?
I have pocket Skittles.
Oh God, pocket sand. Pocket sand.
You could take that candy right out of your pocket.
Mutt is
Lynn
he's
on
just gonna comment his whole interview here, I guess.
Mutt, that's a great picture too, bro. I don't know what AI you used for that, but it was great. I do love that guy. He's such a good dude, man. Oh, what else you got you can put?
Continues, man.
What else you got you can put?
Let's see here.
We got shows
talked
coming up.
about Wanderback.
We got next
talked
door
about
going. What do
that.
we got next door?
Hold on. No. We had a show thing here. I had a whole order for this, and then Mutt confused me. Coming up in December at the Landis Theater, we are about to hear from them, hopefully, if they log on Friday, December 13th. That is the Flying Circus of Led Zeppelin Experience with special guest Strange Velvet. Tickets are $25. Show is at 8. Doors are at 7. And then we just heard from them, Tupelo Honey, a Van Morrison celebration. I actually kind of like that, a little celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think that's a good way to put what they do. Saturday, December 14th, tickets are $25 to $35. So the show is at 8, and doors, as always, open at 7. And next week, this is one of my favorite groups coming back, and I cannot wait to talk to them again here on
great,
Live at the Landis. Starman, the David Bowie Experience.
Such a good band.
I
man.
am so excited to have them back. That is Saturday, December 21st. Tickets are 25 to, what does that say?
I think 40.
40?
Yes.
There's a little a little flourish there.
Yes, because this is one of those bands where
$25 to $40.
it's a little more upfront. Because look, man, they're well worth $40.
Yeah.
You can pay $100 to see this band. You don't see a lot of tribute bands out
Yes.
there to Bowie, but this is the only one we'll bring in because this is definitely, you are not getting a band. And I love the name Starman.
Hell yeah.
A perfect name for a Bowie tribute. Perfect band for Bowie. And it's one of those bands where you want that $40 ticket because he goes through all those cool Bowie costume changes.
Oh, yes.
And you got to see a couple, especially that one with the big legs.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see that up close. You definitely want to see that up close.
Yes. And then another show that we have, the U2 show and Steely Band playing a doubleheader here on Saturday, December 28th. Tickets are $15 to $35. Show is at 8 and doors.
And I
are
heard
at
from a
7.
little Christmas mouse that they might be doing some Christmas songs.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
After Christmas. Nice.
U2, by the way.
Do you think they'll do New Year's Day?
Well, that would be a great song to do on the 28th. But one of the great U2 has probably one of the biggest Christmas hits out there from a rock band. Which one is that? I forget how it goes, but I know it's huge.
Isn't it? I think isn't that technically a solo Bono song?
Is it?
I thought so.
No, but that song played on the radio like there's no tomorrow.
I see.
That and probably another band that doesn't have a fucking tribute out there, who is probably one of my favorite bands of all time, is the Kinks.
Mm.
Do you know how many hits the Kinks have, including
Yes.
Father Christmas?
Yes.
Father Christmas, give me some money. Probably one of the greatest Christmas songs ever, about beating up, Santa Claus and getting his money. What?
I'm just I'm so confused. But we've got on some Flying Circus easy.
Yes.
So
Circusers.
some circus acts. So let me play our
Oh, these guys are
promo
great.
for this.
Let me just introduce real quick, because we've had now several Led Zeppelin bands that have played here.
Yeah.
And
some of the all-female variety.
yes, we've which were great. We've had all-female Led Zeppelin here. We've had other Led Zeppelin. We've had them come as far as California, to come here and play.
Yep.
And we found this Led Zeppelin band, who happens to be pretty much local South Jersey guys,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just as good, if not better, than some of these traveling Led Zeppelin bands.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are fucking good, man.
I'll tell you,
like
less
Led
of a
Zeppelin,
headache than some of them,
well,
too.
you know why? Because they don't think they're God's gift to the world.
Mhm.
They're just goddamn good musicians, man.
Yes.
And some of the best. One of them we have here almost on a weekly basis. He's upstairs playing.
Almost. It is on a weekly basis.
Because they're local musicians. They are great musicians, and they're giving you Led Zeppelin probably. I'm going to say better than probably most that we had. Probably not. I can't compare them to Led Zeppelin, because as a female band doing Led Zeppelin, they were pretty damn stellar. But any of the other Led Zeppelin, again, we've had several. And one of the big ones, Zoso, which comes out of, they play the casinos, they play everywhere else. We had them here, and I'm like, all right, but Flying Circus was better. Why pay, to travel these guys in when these guys are local? You saves on hotels, and we can drop the ticket price down so everybody can come see these guys.
Yes.
And we don't have a $60 ticket price to pay for a band that's not even as good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm telling you, man, I cannot blow up this band enough. If you love Led Zeppelin like I do and like a lot of people do, this is a local South Jersey. You are putting money back into South Jersey. You're putting the money in the pockets of a band of guys that are just amazing musicians. When I tell you, you're not going to get any better than this. You're not going to get better. Scott, man, I mean, it's like, dude,
You want to
it's
bring
like
him on
Bonham,
so you can
man.
tell him yourself?
It's like watching John Bonham.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I'm excited. This is his first show back, I believe. So I'm really
it
excited.
is.
Yes.
It is because he wasn't here last show.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep,
I forgot.
yep, absolutely. That's actually
yes.
the clip that you're going to see.
Let's see it.
That was Anthony from Burning Sky playing with them. So
That's
I
right.
got the whole Burning Sky experience here because they played that show together last year. It was a fantastic show.
Yeah.
And they all came out at the end for a little rock and roll.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Here
Let's
we
see
go.
it. It has been a lonely, lonely time. Lonely time. Scott,
Hey, what's up?
dude, the only thing missing from that video is you, man.
Oh God, yeah, dark days,
And
unfortunately.
just so people know, that was not this band of 90 people playing Led Zeppelin music. That was two bands that had come together for the ending of that last of the last song for that. That was Burning Sky and the Flying Circus, Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus as well, which is really cool, man. And that was great, man. Scott, I'm excited to have you back, man.
Oh, I'm glad to be back home. It's like the Landis is our home gig, man. It's just a wonderful place to play. Every place else that we play isn't like the sound system, the lights,
There's little sandwiches.
everything.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, there's little crustless sandwiches.
Yeah, okay, them too.
Little finger sandwiches.
Yeah, little finger sandwiches. This year they're actual fingers. You're gonna be
Cucumber and mayo.
excited.
A little cucumber.
Pork.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
they're pork. They're gonna be actual pig meat. What the hell are you guys wearing these clothes? What are you doing over there?
Nothing.
What the hell was that?
We were making a little bit of art. We were making a little picture of art for it's the band. That's Scotty, Dodd, myself.
Isn't that wonderful?
That is
That's
like, you got to use that for promotional material.
You got
that's the newest. That's
Oh
the
my
newest
God.
one.
That's
See what I
Scan
do?
that, send that over to
I'm
us.
going to be honest. That's not so bad, to be honest with you.
If you could
Thank
actually
you.
pronounce that would be
It
even
is.
better.
I like shiny stuff.
Oh
December
my
5th.
God, Jesus.
Yeah.
There
So,
you go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
how are you? Have you been hit by any UFOs or anything down there in Vineland?
No. I've actually been for another podcast I do. I've been researching some of the things that are going on in South Jersey. And I'll be talking about that tomorrow. It is pretty cool, and I've actually researched the laws about shooting them out of the air. And come to find out, there's a lot of laws that say you can't, but there are privacy laws that are above those laws that are in our Constitution that say you can. That
You
if
know, that drone hit. What was that like? About 7 years ago was a big hit. I went crazy with it. I bought a million of them, and I have a bunch of them. And I figure if we just fly them, the one that I can fly pretty good up to them and just try to knock them out of the sky and see what they are. But I haven't seen any where I am. But
it's more fun putting a 30-06 right through one of them. Man.
I would
It's got the whole swarm sitting in the backyard ready for the invasion.
It's funny
Yeah,
because
Listen, if you're out in the woods, I mean, who's going to know? I mean, you know, it's like I always said that. I said, if one of these drones are out in the woods and people are like way out in the woods, like in the Pine Barrens or something, and you take a 30-06 and you shoot at one of them things, who's going to know?
You know,
Probably the
let's
guy
not condone shooting down drones that we don't know that are drones. You know what I mean? Like
UFO.
because, well, first of all, in 1947 they were flying that the big one, the big
Led Zeppelin.
no, they were an airplane, but they were doing drone flying in 1947, like flying next to the, what is that, not 131, the bomber, you know, the Enola Gay kind of stuff, right? That was a drone. In 1947, they were doing that then. So, you know, when they said drone, at first I thought they were talking about the crap that I fly, you know, the little things, but then I saw it look like a Raptor. If you're familiar with the old school military Raptor, they look like that. And like, we don't own them.
Yeah, they're huge.
Look, if you go back to the band that you're playing, Led Zeppelin, the Zeppelin was basically a drone. It was just a floating thing that had two fans on it that kind of made it go back and forth. It didn't really, you know, it wasn't anything
the
more
craziest shit you could imagine.
Yeah.
Being like, yeah, you know what? We just built this giant fucking balloon. Let's go take it into battle.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Those things are, you know, Led Zeppelin, that day when that happened, you know, I keep hearing the WKRP. I keep hearing the WKRP with the turkeys. They're following us, and with but
that was a great episode, by the way.
It was. That was part of the best. Those airships used to dock on all kinds of obelisks. Well, not an obelisk because it's hard to get down from an obelisk unless you know. Scott greases up obelisks and climbs them all the time, but that's another story. But those buildings, like the Empire State Building, that was a docking for Zeppelin.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can totally put a nose on the Empire State Building. Exactly.
Imagine stepping out of that son of a bitch looking down.
No,
I mean, I was really drunk.
I am an ex-Army Ranger. I actually was Halo certified, so I could high altitude, and I would rather know that I have a beautiful parachute strapped to me, even a second one in the front. Should that up and be in a big balloon that could get popped at any
full
time.
Of explosive gas.
Full of explosive gas.
And they rode it most of the way down. Most of the people rode it all the way down.
Yeah, they did. They didn't have much choice.
Yep.
Yeah,
how do you do that?
That was the last of the great airship. I mean, the United States had one from Zeppelin that was huge. The Army had. Well, I think was monster. That damn thing crashed. That was that one that did this. And if you ever see it, it's sitting straight up. You got the picture of the airship.
Yes.
It's called. It's literally straight up and down like that. Yeah, I had to shit myself.
I've seen that photograph. Yeah,
I feel like that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I've been using looking all that for that stuff. Right. You know, for us to use. Right. You know. Yeah, and also the AI now using.
I was plugging you guys before you came on because I was saying, you know, we have a lot of Led Zeppelin bands that have played here, including an all-female Led Zeppelin band. It was phenomenal. But you know, and a lot of these are these so-called like touring bands. And I honestly believe, and I told you this the first time you ever played here, I think you're better than the touring bands, man.
How do we become a touring band now? See, that's the thing. How do we become that? You know, like, how do we get to that?
We got to get you there because let me tell you, man, you guys are you're so worth seeing, man. Led Zeppelin's one of those bands that, again, you get a lot of tributes to Led Zeppelin, and some of the big ones that are out there have made a touring thing out of it. But here's a bunch of guys from the South Jersey area that are playing, in my personal opinion, and again, we see a lot of bands here. We've seen several Led Zeppelin bands. Probably one of the best Led Zeppelin tributes we've seen play here at this theater. And that's no bullshit, man. That's no bullshit. And Scott, I'm going to be honest, Scott, you on the drums, it was not bad last time. It was a great show, but when you're on the drums, it takes it just another step higher. Right. It really does. It really does.
Yeah, he's driving, you know. Scott has this is pretty cool. We've been working on this. This is something he's been working on since he's been back. Yeah, like you said, this is his first show back at the Landis since this year. But he's been working on this mind trick, right? He can break a stick without even thinking about it, right? Right. Think about it, Scott. Ready?
What am I doing?
Break the stick.
Oh, okay.
Without touching it, right?
Okay, there you go. Ready? See?
Huh? Isn't he awesome? He can just break sticks. Since he's been back, he can start fires with his mind. It's really weird.
Now, let me ask you, what time do you have to get him back to the hospital? Just
I got my crowns. I'm ready to go.
The white jacket's on its way.
Scott, last time you weren't feeling very good, and I believe we had Mud on alone, and he was in like a spaceship of televisions, like old CRT screens all around him. It was pretty.
Yeah, you'll learn. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's
we're in the rehearsal hall tonight, hanging out. We don't have the greatest reception here in Area 88, Rehearsal Hall B. This is Rehearsal Hall B, Area 88, and the other one. But this one, yeah, there's not too much. There's some fun stuff here, like the crowns and the stuff like that, and I can draw, but there's not too many toys here. You know?
What's
He can draw.
is there a reason behind the eyeliner underneath your eyes there? The football eye thing.
I was playing hockey.
yeah.
I was playing
Why he was singing?
yeah, quarter hockey though. You know, the quarters. Remember in high school?
Yeah.
Doing practice.
Yeah, I've been practicing the football.
You had a
but-
lot of glare going there, huh?
Yeah,
You did.
yeah, I can't stand that glare. I'm a vampire.
Scott, how do you do this?
I don't.
You know, one of
The
the
Stephen
things that was
Stephen Desco just said you're the little
concerned
band that could.
'cause the first original guy.
You're breaking up. Don't move so much,
Dummy.
Mutt. Look, when you move, for
Putting out
some
too
reason,
much information.
yeah, you don't. They're not doubled on again, are they?
No.
no.
It's the
Yeah,
plate in my head. When I felt bad incorporating him into this band when 10 years ago when we started. This is our 10-year anniversary because
Wow.
the other two are kind of insane, and I kind of chameleon into both sides, you know. But I kind of felt like, yeah, it's not easy to be a normal. He's like the straight guy kind of thing, the normal kind of guy, and it's not easy when you got.
I
you
don't know how he does it with you guys. I honestly, he is like the doctor, like that takes care of the patients, and
Oh,
he
he's not
keeps
doing
them in
well.
line. And
Yeah, he's not doing well.
tempo keeps him in line. You know,
Oh,
Well, I actually got a lot of drumsticks, and I'm behind them.
yeah, that's an issue because
it's true too. This is true too.
Exactly.
I'm a
Bullseye.
target. Yeah, and they hurt.
Where's the rest of the band if you guys are rehearsing?
No, those guys just left.
Yeah,
like
Mike's
about
got
10
a long,
minutes ago.
long run home.
Yeah,
and
Mike-
Donnie, yeah, he could be in the yard for all we know. Yeah, running
Yeah,
around.
he's probably chasing dogs.
The hell knows.
Donnie probably is. That's what I'm saying. When you get in the room with just for me with Mutt and Donnie alone, you're like you were right there, you know, with with some of the what was the movie with Jack Nicholson back in the day with what was
Cuckoo's
the
Nest?
movie? He was in the Nut House.
Cuckoo's
my
Nest.
God.
Cuckoo's
One flew over
Nest.
the
Yes.
cuckoo's nest.
Yes. I feel like it's a very Cuckoo Nest situation there.
Yeah,
It is.
he's got that going for him. You know? He's a lot shorter. Too.
Yeah,
It is.
I want a petition to bring back Donnie's mustache. I was looking for
Yeah.
some video today, and I found one from like 8 years ago, and Donnie had like a fucking Fu Manchu mustache going on.
Yeah,
for a
what
while
happened to
there.
that?
And he had a Dutch boy haircut too.
We shaved them.
Crazy.
Yes, you really did.
It was insane. It was like, what are you doing? You know, like,
Yeah, I mean it was something else.
He was certainly not trying to pick up women, that's for sure.
No,
he it was yeah, that was we like to yeah, that was really really weird.
yeah, Donnie isn't.
I got to
We
ask
let
you though.
Donnie go home after practice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he makes it home after practice.
Oh man.
Yeah, right?
I
Yeah.
gotta ask you, Mutt, did you put together that little promo video that was out there?
I don't know. I guess it depends on
Which
what
one?
it is.
We don't have that by any chance, do we? That would be amazing. If we
Oh
did.
wait, which one?
Is there a way to play that? The one, remember the crazy one that was in really good quality?
He probably did.
I'm doing a lot of really sick shit that has nothing to do exactly with the band, and it's like I'm assuming that everybody knows who we are, and like I'm in this other world kind of going.
'Cause
Dude,
it's on
Who
YouTube.
was in it? Was it a killer?
No, it was hilarious, man. And I gotta
Oh.
say, it was. We talk about it all the time because people send us videos and they're like really low quality. I'm like, this is like the nuttiest video we've ever seen. That we're not sure if this is actually promoting the show or not. But
Yeah, I
damn,
could
the
probably-
quality's good. The quality was so good, man.
You know, he on the way over Scott picked me up, and I kind of assume that everybody knows who we are. I know that's stupid, but because like it's coming from the Flying Circus page or me, and I kind of assume that they know.
Yeah.
And a lot of my commercials are for the damn show have nothing. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, we play music. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, I'm on an airship. I'm floating around. If you haven't figured out, my mind is pretty much like kind of crazy, you know.
Yes,
So
but
it's hard
you
for
know
me
what?
to focus on one thing, and like I wind up deviating, and then I just And if I get it in my head, I have to do it. I have to make it. If it's a song or a video or a movie, I have to make it, get it out of my system. If not, it stays there. And yeah, I did another one today. That's pointless.
A good thing though. But
What
no,
a pig! I did one with a pig today.
The thing you're saying is the point of what I you know, Scott and I spoke about, you know, via you know, text and stuff, was about, because it's great, it's entertaining as hell, but I can't use it because it doesn't say Led Zeppelin.
You keep going. I'm gonna go load this up.
Exactly.
The iPad's not strong.
It's like I missed the fucking point. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm doing well, and all of a sudden it's just like, hey, you dumbass, you know, like, advertise the band. Nobody knows who you are if you just, you know, went onto this page, you know, kind of thing. So, and I have a hard time like advertising me. I don't want to be, if I make the artwork, I have a hard time putting me on the artwork, like the singer, you know what I mean? I don't know. It just seems, I don't know.
I understand that.
I got to put us all on there. We don't have the greatest. We don't have a ton. My other computer died, so I don't have all the other pictures I had before. I only have a select few now of the real ones from Steve Parks, and from Bob Watts, and from Bob
Bob's
Watts.
a great photographer. Yeah,
Yeah, and I don't have too much from Bob, and he's got ones that was, and I don't really have too many. I mean, the ones I did have, they're gone now. So it's like, oh, and trying to make it look pretty, and then I figure if it doesn't look pretty, I'll make it look old then, and make it appropriate. Oh, it's driving me insane.
But you can't post those ones that Bob gave you, the ones behind the scenes, you know, because, you know,
of course not.
Those you can't post.
I can't post them. Yeah.
But pants? Is that what it is?
There's a lot of hairless animals.
I got to be honest, you guys just went into super slow mode there. Now you're frozen. I got to get you. We got to get you.
We do that.
We do.
Yeah, we've been practicing it actually to do that.
If you could see what I could see,
Yeah, we got to have a Wi-Fi thing here.
Again,
some people just take it outside.
Is it cool?
Yeah, really.
Is it you want a computer or a phone?
This is for those people that are at home. No, we're on a phone. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let me take you around the room. Hold on.
Let's get
you. Yeah, let's go. Come on. No.
Let's see if we can find a better Wi-Fi now, because I definitely want to talk to you guys.
I bet you haven't got this. You haven't got this far with anybody, have you? All right. Are we better?
That's a little. I'll tell you who went outside like this and they were better. John Karabi. He went out on his porch.
Really?
You're already better. You're already better. Yep.
They got lights over there. We can go stand in their yard. Yeah, but neighbors didn't really know us. It's cold out. Not that cold. It is cold outside.
Oh my God! Here he goes.
I think you should stand in the neighbor's yard for this interview.
I was going to actually.
Here we are. We're outside.
Wait, we can hold on.
Scott, this is already better. It's already better.
That's not bad.
Get in the picture, would you?
What am I supposed to be like? Sit on your shoulder?
Hey, listen. Let me ask you, Scott. You guys have been together now for 10 years.
Yes.
Just the same members for 10 years.
You know, good divorce lawyer.
You might need one. You look like that.
On my shoulder.
Yeah, this year coming up will be our 10th, and it'll be the 9th year with Mike in the band. First year with Tony, the first guitar.
Now you guys play mostly the New Jersey, Pennsylvania area. Where do you go out any further ever?
We're mainly Pennsylvania.
We go down to Maryland.
And Maryland. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, we like 2 hours. Everything is 2 hours to an hour and a half east, northeast, or southeast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't like playing in the ocean.
Yeah. The ocean. I don't mind it that much with the crabs and
it's a drag.
And you got that ointment you got to put on with the crabs.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Oh wait, that's the non-crabs.
Wait. Hold on. Steve has the video. So you want to kind of introduce the video a little bit, because this I
don't know how to possibly.
We were sent this as a promo video, and I'm like, dude, this is great. We got something to promo the band with, because again, all I want to do with you guys is sell fucking tickets, man, because you guys are so good. I want people to see you. But and I had said to people, and I said that, I don't hold back. The name was tough because we actually had two old ladies that came to the show last year. And they were like, we thought this was a circus, and they got pissed off and left. And Steve and I looked at it like, well, okay.
That sucks.
But I will tell you, we did not have to give them their money back. They didn't want it. So
that's cool.
We still got paid for that. But this video, We got to show everyone this video. Steve, watch this. Scott, I feel like you might not have seen this.
I probably didn't.
God knows.
All right, let's.
I hope this is the right one, but
I hope it
it's
is
only
too.
21 seconds long. So here we go.
Here we go.
No, wait. What the fuck?
That's great, isn't it? Don't you like the way you wrote? Don't you like you wrote Zepphead's unit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic, and I can't. I always have to have them all the time. Every time,
Heel.
dude. Every time I have to have them copyright or
And then Atchilus Last Stand.
I don't know what that was. We're not sure what that one was.
Wait, where was this other one? Did you send it to
That's
me?
not even the one I was talking about.
Hold on.
There was one where you
Are
were
you
like
talking about
the
where
one
the
where it's like,
wizard takes off?
no, you're like in the back porch, someone's back porch, and there's a trash can involved.
God, dude. Yeah, I was pooping them out like 3 or 4 in a row every day. And tomorrow or tonight, I'll be doing a campaign for three more videos coming up this next day. And they're going to be actually we play music, but I don't really have to. Well, we'll see. Let's put it that way. I say they're going to be music advertisements, but God knows what'll happen by the
Well,
time.
definitely, if there's music involved and it's definitely Led Zeppelin-ish, can you tag us in it so we can repost it?
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
I've been trying to get him to do something that sounds like Led Zeppelin for 10 years now.
Just one thing would be amazing. And again,
It would.
Scott, I told you online. I told you I love you, man. I think you guys are phenomenal. I just want to be. I want to make it easier to sell. And now you look like a moose.
Very welcome.
There he goes.
I cannot.
Did you find it?
No.
No, it might have got taken down for copyright infringement. I'm not sure.
You see, now here's the thing: is I was sick and in bed, but I got a chance to be away from these guys for 6 months. So, I mean, some things you put up with, and some things you're like, okay, well, I guess I could deal with this. I'm away from them at least.
Well, we got to see you several times. You came to several shows as soon as you were feeling better. I forget what show was that you came back to. Remember, you came for one show.
You know what?
Yeah.
I came back for what was it? I came back for the Cars. The Car show. Girl's Best Friend. And
they're great. I was just talking to Joe on the phone today. We're booking a few more.
They're great, man. They're great.
Yeah, we want to. They have another band they do. It's like an all '80s kind of like rock tribute. So my thought was bring the Cars band back and let the '80s rock tribute kind of open it up and intro the Cars into it, and then just do all the Cars hits. Because I love that band. I really did. I thought they were great.
It was great. Like years ago, I was thinking about doing that tribute. I'm like,
hey, Steve found the video. He's going to be back with it. I'm telling you, please stay tuned for the video because you need to see it. I still can't believe Achilles heel.
Yeah, Achilles.
This is, you understand that this is one of the reasons why I like you guys so much, because it's there's so much. You're good guys, man, and it's like Mutt is as crazy can be, but in such a good fucking way, man. It's unbelievable because he's just Mutt, dude. You're one of a kind, bro. You really are, man.
He just slipped off my cracker.
Tell that to his doctor.
Yeah, well, you know what? His doctor's got to be proud of him because here he is. He's out there leading the charge in a Zeppelin band. He's got an amazing voice. He's got a great presence when he's on stage. It's just, the other like 700,000 hours a year he's not on stage that there's an issue.
Well, that's the padded room hours,
Yeah, I do that though at the Wawa too. I wonder why you got us all together here. I'll take a hoagie. I do a lot of talking in public to people. And
dude, I'm surprised you haven't been locked up or maced at least at this point.
Though, I know how to. I'm pretty good at ducking. I'm actually come from drummer, so I got good reactions. I can get out the way pretty quick still.
Wait, you got to see this video. Well, look, Donnie is right there too. Donnie is here every Wednesday. He comes down. He does an open mic.
We're sorry about that.
Yeah, I love Donnie, man. He's another. He's a crazy dude, man. He's a good guy with a good heart and a phenomenal guitar player, man.
If you like that kind of stuff.
Dude, he's really good at what he does, man.
Yeah, he is. He is.
He really is, man. And that's what I think you guys did. You might be a little off the wall here and there, but you put together one hell of a band, man.
Oh, he's a lot off the wall.
Yeah, our little social butterfly. Yeah.
There's no little off the wall with any of these guys. You know what I mean?
Scott, I just got to ask you, man, how do you stay so sane?
I go to work every day.
Well, what's Mutt do all day?
I like point westward.
He looks at wallpaper.
I do. I like wallpaper. And
Watches
and
it
funnel
peel.
cake. I have a fixation with funnel cake recipes, tuna funnel cake, and
Yeah, see?
different things like that.
Yeah, I love a good tuna funnel cake though. That's
You know, it's yummy. And on that cold day,
I think funnel cake is very underappreciated, to be honest with you. I think it's one of those things where,
Yeah, funnel cake is.
yeah.
you put it on your tires, if you need traction.
When I think about a funnel cake, it kind of I feel like it's almost like the image of what a CAT scan would give us from Mutt.
Well,
I'm glad I came back to
in that
that.
case, it should be fruitcake.
Yeah.
Fruitcake.
You know what I mean?
Nobody likes fruitcake. Everyone loves funnel cake though.
No,
I like that Entenmann's fruitcake, actually.
You have it?
Yes,
All right.
I do
All
have
right,
it. Here
Scott, let me know if you've seen this one.
Here it is.
I was afraid.
Yeah, I was just flying by and I was wondering if that was made of pork.
No.
Oh, man, the answer is this was we talking about. I totally it's made of pork. Maybe it's, was it? Oh, yeah, pork ball.
That's right, December 13th at Landis Theater. Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus. That's Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. That is literally right across the street from where I took that picture at. And it's a still picture that AI made that thing come to life. And that picture that makes no sense.
Stay away from AI, man. You're gonna kill us all.
Yeah, you better believe it.
We're all gonna die because Mutt figured out how to use AI.
Oh, it's bad. There's a pig fly. I made one today. It's on my page on my Facebook. A pig flying, but just for a second. But the AI stuff. I am out of control, but I'm kind of losing the focus, on the band kind of thing. I got this dumb shit I'm doing. So
That's just realized he spelled Achilles wrong.
But wait, is that also not
I do
spelling
believe
correctly?
that's not right either. Wait a minute.
I love this.
How do you spell Achilles?
Fantastic.
See?
Dude, I don't even get my name right most of the time. I always have to have them. They always.
No, he's right.
got it right?
It is too. Yeah. All right.
There we
all
go.
right,
Okay,
yeah.
look at that.
Well, he gets it out there too fast, and we're like, "Yo, dude, you wrote that wrong. You got to take it."
Always.
Yeah.
So he's got to take it back and redo it and put it back out there.
My dyslexia, the whole getting caught up in what I'm going to say, is brutal.
What I want though is if you could redo that ad just about the Landis Theater, so we can just promote the theater with that ad. I mean, can we see that one more time?
Subliminal mode activated.
I mean, just Scott, take a second and really just Scott. I just want you to breathe this in for a second. Breathe this in.
Yeah, I was just flying by and I was wondering if that was made of pork.
No.
Oh, man, the answer is this was we talking about. I totally it's made of pork. Maybe it's, was it? Oh, yeah, pork ball.
That's right, December 13th at Landis Theater. Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus. That's Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus.
I got to ask you, was that Donnie Rocket with the old haircut there? Who popped his head in?
I think it was his brother.
No, it was just an AI creation, man. He just dropped in.
Go load up the old Donnie Rocket video while we're at.
I got enough of him. Jesus.
Oh my God.
I got him doing all kinds of
It's
shit.
the greatest facial haircut combo I've ever seen.
I saw that came across my desk.
We'll have a commercial for you tonight or tomorrow.
I'm doing a contract. I don't remember what band it was. It was a national act coming in. And I'm going through the contract, and this thing pops up, and I'm like, "Oh, it's a new video." So, all right, cool. I'm looking for something to promote the band with, and I'm trying to get more of a Led Zeppelin feel as opposed to the Flying Circus feel. And all of a sudden, I get this. I'm like, "Well, there was a little bit of Led Zeppelin at the end of it."
The hell am I going to do with this?
Hey, when they show up on the page, I'm like, oh my God. And then I got to go delete.
Yeah, I will have a normal one. I hope that's the plan tonight. The next 3 days, obviously, 10 or no, well, I got 2 days.
Don't delete them. Don't delete them. Just put them in
No,
a.
he keeps them. I delete them.
I'm adding.
Yeah.
I'll have 2
He's
more.
got them all on tape.
You should leave them online. Just put them in a special folder that says, like, ads that didn't make the cut. Because
We got them in a special folder. It's called Mental Patient.
Yeah, I actually have a bunch out.
Because they're fun to watch. I mean, can we see Achilles' heel again? That is Achilles' last stand, baby.
Hey, at least you got Led Zeppelin right.
Yeah, it took me 30 minutes to get experience that word down for Christ's sake.
Now, wait a minute. Is it the AI that's spelling it wrong, or is it you?
Oh, no, that's me.
Oh, okay. Okay. At least you admit that.
Huh?
No,
Oh, no, I'm an idiot.
no, it's the a-hole. That's
But dude, the best part is there's a whole series of various other ads.
Oh,
on
they're hard.
here.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Some of them I don't really remember.
See?
Hey,
There's some ones that have surprised me. It's like, oh shit.
Wait,
Yeah, I
what?
have like an output thing.
well, again, I find them oddly amusing. I'm not going to lie, and I find myself getting involved with them. But my problem was I looked through all the videos. I'm like, I just wanted
Oh, no.
something to promote the band
Dude,
with.
I'll be back again.
Oh,
Sorry, this
God.
one's even fucking better. Hold on.
Oh God.
Doesn't get any better. No, I just want to advertise.
He found another one.
Oh no.
But the point is that, and that was my point. We threw an opening band in front of you guys to hopefully we could get Strange Velvet. These guys are great. If you haven't heard them, by the way, they're a really good band. They've opened up for a couple other bands here, and they're phenomenal. And they bring a few extra bodies. But my thought was, it's another band out there pushing and promoting, and I'm like, I just don't have anything to give them that actually says it's a Led Zeppelin tribute outside of a still picture. And I will tell you, we spend a lot of money on Facebook, okay? Literally hundreds of thousands of dollars have been spent on Facebook ads from us. And we have a direct line to Facebook. I can literally grab my phone and call Facebook right now, and they'll answer the phone. You can't find that. Go online, try and find the number to Facebook. It's when you spend money. I will tell you, the one thing they tell me every time is more video. Because video is what really sells. People, even if it's a still image, say with just twinkling, that more people are drawn to that and will pay attention to it than will a still image. It's the mindset of seeing a squirrel now. It's like, oh, look, a squirrel, it's moving. So if I had something, again, the quality's there.
I'll have something for you tonight. I'll be working on a normal one. So by tomorrow, I'll have something for you.
I'm afraid to see what normal is.
Well, that's not the plan. God knows what will happen from this point to that point. Every time I really try to make serious stuff, and it winds up just being completely.
And he loses track.
Oh, totally.
And then it's about some,
I don't know what happened.
Hungarian soup or something.
Well, it's about pork balls.
Pork
Yeah,
balls.
right. Well, that too.
Pork balls.
Everything's pork.
Yeah,
I did a film years ago, and then I actually worked on a TV show with him as well. His name's Gary Busey, and I get very Gary Busey-esque vibes from Mutt a lot. I feel like the two of them having a conversation and just videotaping that will be one of the greatest things that ever happened in mankind. Look at your neighbor back there. He is trying to figure out what the hell is this guy doing now over there. It's literally amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Here's the difference. Gary Busey was in a motorcycle accident. This guy doesn't have nothing on.
It's just natural. It's just natural with him.
I found two.
Oh no!
I kept finding more for this event. So here we go. This is some more Mutt stuff.
Oh no!
Hi everyone. Yes, some from Halloween. Boo! And hope you had a great gobble day. get down to business. December 13th. Some say it's a scary day. Not me. So what do you say we head on down to the Landis Theater in Vineland, New Jersey, and see Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus, and of course have the Led Zeppelin experience of a lifetime. So say it once, say it twice, third time's the charm. Landis Theater.
December 13th, experience Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus. For this little cute eyeball nerd thing gets you dessert.
I don't even know what was going on at the end.
Me neither.
Are you back inside? Did the neighbors shoo you indoors?
I'm like,
Yeah, we're going everywhere.
3 different topics at one time you need to follow. I figure you need to watch it a couple times to figure out what the hell I'm trying to say.
The
Well, I
Donnie
saw-
Rocket doll.
I saw the Donnie Rocket. We saw Friday the 13th, which is great because that's a good selling point. It was the mention of Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus. The Santa Claus was in there. It is closer. Can we watch that again? I'm sorry. This is the best way to take it in. I didn't see this one, and it will be on our website later tonight.
I'm not stuff on here.
Hi everyone, yes, some from Halloween. Boo! And hope you had a great gobble day. Let's get down to business. December 13th. Some say it's a scary day. Not me. So what do you say we head on down to the Landis Theater in Vineland, New Jersey, and see Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus, and of course have the Led Zeppelin experience of a lifetime. So say it once, say it twice, third time's the charm. Landis Theater.
December 13th, experience Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus. For this little cute eyeball nerd thing gets you dessert.
Hey, Mr. Krabs.
No, that's the announcement.
I hope
SpongeBob.
Mutt, I love you so much, and that Scott is going along with your moving every time we play a video. But you do know we can see that on the sides, right?
Tell anybody.
And now you're back to where the signal sucks. So
No. It's not working again.
you were great outside. It was phenomenal. But Steve has one more great.
I have one more. So you
Look,
can move again.
we are here tonight to promote this band, and I want to promote it properly. And we've got all the promotional videos. Here's one more, created by Mutt himself, as you see there on the right side of the
Some more Mutt stuff coming up.
That's the right side.
No, make sure it's your right side. The other guy.
Hello, everyone. Did you know that Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus is going to be at the Landis Theater?
Did you say Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus is going to be at Landis Theater? It's going to be the greatest show ever. The greatest. It's Mutt's birthday, too. He's going to be 695 months old. Wow, what a great day. Landis Theater. Okay, gotta go. Who the hell was
I shall
that?
dance and
Mental
sing,
patient
come from
squirrel.
the land of the ice and snow.
The hell was that? I like to look at it. Who the hell was that?
You brought Peanut back. Peanut was murdered, and you brought him back.
You know, again, farting around with the AI, I'm like, what am I going to do with this thing? You know, like I'm trying to apply stuff, and like this doesn't apply to the circus at all. But okay, I'm doing it. Yeah.
Scott, all I can do is reiterate what we spoke of earlier, and you understand where I'm coming from, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. One of the best Led Zeppelin tribute bands out there, killing it. One of the best lead Led Zeppelin singers out there, and some of the
yeah.
And Steve wants to know, was that Mr. Krabs that was Santa Claus? Because
No, it was the newscaster guy, the fish that does all the news.
oh God, I
That
forgot.
was the voice.
That's Mutt. I think he is the fish that does the
He
news.
is the fish that delivers the news. It's fucking SpongeBob.
Roundabout smarted you.
Roundabout smarted you, little chum. You sound like the good Gildersleeve. I do.
Once again, in keeping with the tradition here, I think we got to go back to that one. And
Mutt, I got to tell you, man, it's no lie. I think what you do is fucking literally hilarious. I think it's probably one of my favorite things to look at, and I really want to. I want to just kind of, I don't know, man, take something. I'm not sure exactly what to take or smoke, and just really get into the collection of what is it? What's it called? Mutt something there? What's it called?
Show Mutt's Nuts. Mutt's nuts.
Yeah, I know this is the gayest thing you've probably ever heard, but I really want to get into Mutt's nuts.
Yeah, I have 2 episodes. They're about like 20 minutes long each one. Yeah, that's complete chaos, ADD, the whole 9 yards. That's on I don't know where they're at. They might be on my Facebook. I'm not sure.
What you want to show, Steve? What was it?
They're definitely. Steve Dusko has been asking for his commercial this entire time. You know, since he missed it earlier.
You haven't seen Steve Dusko's
was
commercial
late.
yet.
You know, making dinner. So I'll play. Do you want me to do the Flying Circus version of it?
Sure.
Since they're on, here we go. So here you go, guys. This is what Steve Dusko made for your show. Once again, really related to Flying Circus.
Have you ever been stuck in Vegas but ended up spending all your money on hookers and fire trucks instead of going to the Sphere? You don't have that problem in Vineland, New Jersey. So come and see the Landis Theater. It's not the Sphere. In fact, it's almost square. But you'll still have a good time. No ticket fees ever, no taxes, and free parking. The Landis. It's not the Sphere. It's square.
There you go.
Nice. Thank you, Steve.
Man.
You're the man.
I do believe that the two of you have the same medication.
Yeah, we shot something backstage a couple years back, Steve and I, walking somewhere around backstage, and I still have it, and I'm waiting for that time. Again, it's all, it's up here and I'm waiting for that right moment to release it, and time needs to buy a person.
I think we should send you that audio, and you should spend some time this evening putting together what should go with that audio to promote this.
I got to tell you, audio is something that I don't have. And I've been using cell phone recordings, and it seems to be one of the hardest things for us to get is an actual good recording. So I don't even need a snippet here and there, a piece of this, piece of that. And we don't have any. Even we were just up at the Allen Theater.
I know. I'm talking about giving you Steve's voiceover for you to use.
Okay. Okay.
Why
not? I'll do anything.
Fire trucks?
Yeah.
What?
Hookers and fire trucks is who what's the first thing you do when you go to Vegas? You look for a fire truck and a hooker.
These things happen, and midgets.
And why a fire truck, dude?
Because they always have those fireman conventions
literally
out
for
there.
the past probably 2.5 hours, I've been so fucking perplexed because I got that from Steve. I had to watch all these Mutt videos and put them on here. I've been losing my mind.
Yes. You know what? Now that I think about it, you don't need drugs. The videos are the drugs.
Exactly.
Hello, little one. Did you know that Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus is going to be at the Landis Theater?
Did you say Led Zeppelin's Flying Circus is going to be at Landis Theater? It's going to be the greatest show ever. The greatest. It's Mutt's birthday, too. He's going to be 695 months old. Wow, what a great day. Landis Theater. Okay, gotta go. Who the hell was
I shall
that?
dance
Mental
and sing,
patient
come
squirrel.
from the land of the ice and snow.
Wait a minute. I just learned something from that video. Is it actually your birthday?
Oh, yeah. Actually, right now.
Oh, today's your birthday?
Yep.
Well, happy
happy
buddy.
birthday.
Mentally 12 or 8.
I don't even know if you're 8, but
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But no, happy birthday, Mutt. No, seriously, man. Like I said, man, if there's a band of people that I truly love, and I just want to see you guys, I just want to see you getting gigs. I want people to understand who you are, and I want people to take you serious. It's tough with the videos and stuff, but I think they're hilarious, and I think you do an amazing job. But I just want to see this fucking band, like really, because when you guys are playing, and you're and again, Scott, I thought it was phenomenal last time. It was a great show, but you on drums, just you give more of that Led Zeppelin feel, because that's a band that was driven by drums, and you really drive that band home. And again, it was great from the step in and everything and help out because it was needed, but it didn't give me that feel that it did last time you were in the band. And I'm excited, totally blown away to have you back, man. I'm just thank God you're better, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Except for these guys, they keep me going. And when I came back, I just told them, I said, let's do the first show we did. I was back maybe a month. And we did a double show. It was an afternoon show and an evening show. And I said to the guys, I said, let's end it off each show with Moby Dick. And they're
Oh
like,
yeah, maybe.
are you kidding? I said, I got to see what this body can do, you know?
That's one hell of a song, especially for drums, baby.
Oh yeah, and I wasn't breathing too well at the time, so
Yeah, I wasn't up on that, to be honest with you, because you don't just jump back. He runs the marathon. Like if this happened to me, I'm not really running around. I get to stand there and point at shit, kind of thing. But he's kind of constantly freaking, motor. And I was concerned about going to blow his ass out. You know what I mean? You can push it, right? Drummers are known for that, push, but you got to watch out for your people. You love your band, and you don't want to, And Anthony did a great job, but like it took a little bit for us to get on, not the same page again. But right before this happened, we were all farting together, and you couldn't screw up. You know what I mean? No matter what, we were thinking, finishing sentences together. We're more or less back in that, but differently now. It's like we kind of, I don't want to say grew up, because that's not going to happen, but kind of grew up with this a little bit and realizing what this is and how old we are, and where we're going with this.
Life is fragile, man. It is fragile.
Amazing how fast, how all of a sudden, like, I was a fireman for years. I'm in the spire and see this rolling over the ceiling. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? It's just like, oh, it's kind of fun. But like, you think about things like, again, I didn't give a shit when I was younger because I knew everything. But like now I'm kind of like,
No,
you do that, Is my head that big, or like it looks?
No, it's huge. It really
like,
is.
no matter where I sit, I'm still bigger than him.
No, the further back you go, the bigger it gets. Stay right where you're at.
These jobs.
I have my own gravitational pull of my head.
Scott, I gotta ask you one question there. Look, it's tiny. Squish it. Squish his head.
Tiny. Could I say straight head?
Squeeze your head.
I have to ask you though, Scott. You and I had spoke about another band. Are you still working on that? Is that still in the works, or?
The one with the 4 letters.
Yes.
I'm. You know what? It's so hard to find the right guys, and when you tell them that, look, I want you to have a $2,000 outfit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right away, you like weed out a lot of people.
Yeah.
They're like, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to pay for this. I don't want to pay. And like, man, when I first got into it, I was like $8,000 in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you don't do it right, I was always like, if you don't want to do it right, go home.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but I just felt like as a drummer and knowing how you play, that you would have been perfect in that band.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
he is. I have pictures of him. He came to a show. I was in another band, Devious, a million years ago, and he came to one of our shows dressed. Him and Gene. It's you and and the makeup, the outfit, the whole 9 yards. There's a difference between a band, a garage band, and at this age, it's kind of. But you got to go all in or not. And you need the outfits are amazing. I mean, he does have childbearing hips, but he looks good in the outfit.
And this is why I take morphine.
I will tell you, man. I'll be honest with you. It's funny too. Is I know this is a little crazy, but I for some reason I the other day and I remember it vividly. I had a dream of Peter Criss, and we were shooting a film back when I used to shoot movies, and he had a special room, and he came out of the room, and he was like 78, 79 years old. He was an old Peter Criss, and he had the makeup on, the whole 9 yards. And I woke up thinking, was that Scott like in my dream somehow of dressed as Peter Criss? He had the beard with the makeup on it and everything. I was like, you got to shave to put the makeup on, Peter. And he's like, not at my age.
I'll tell you, I saw him recently. I went and got I have a gold record, RIAA. It's not one of these that you buy off of the back of a.
Oh yeah.
An actual Beth gold record.
Oh wow.
One of 4. And he actually signed it for me, and he wasn't looking too good. He's 78 years old.
Yeah.
And he was looking really frail. And I was just like, oh my God. I got home and I said to the wife, I said, I think that might be the last time I get to see this guy.
That's possible. It is definitely up there. I love him. He was always one of my favorites. And it's funny because I speaking of craziness of Mutt, probably one of the craziest movies I've ever saw was Kiss Meets the Phantom. And And when Peter Criss is playing poolside and they're all on these things, and Gene Simmons' big ass legs are hanging over the, over the what do you call that big chair that the fucking lifeguards sit on?
Yeah.
It was just hilarious. But I always remember that when I ever think of Peter Criss, I just always, for some reason, I remember him poolside singing Beth in that movie. So.
Brutal.
And I hated that movie.
Oh, dude, that's one of my go-to movies of just the worst movie. That and Mario Brothers, the live Mario Brothers movie.
Oh yeah.
You remember where you were when you saw the Kiss one? I didn't happen to see it in the movie theater, but I was in Brigantine. We had rented a house in Brigantine. I was little, obviously.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal. I got to see this, Mom. I got to see this. And what year? When I come out, 77?
Yeah.
I was like 11. It was horrible.
It was right around the time Star Wars came out, because I remember we saw Star Wars and I was so pissed off because I wanted to see the Kiss movie. We ended up seeing Star Wars several times after that because it was pretty awesome. But dude, that Kiss movie, just when it opens up and they're all just like these weird green screen images of guys in bumper cars just flying around all over the place, and you're like, what the fuck am I watching?
Just as good as Sergeant Pepper.
That's another one of those movies. Look, hey guys, we are at our time though. We got to go. We are going to share some of these videos on our Facebook tonight because I think you guys are wonderful. And Mutt, I bust your balls, but man, I really love what you do. I think you're hilarious, man. I think somewhere out there is a need for you and what you do, man. But it is not trying to promote the band because it doesn't work. But if there's another way to for everyone to get deep into Mutt's nuts, I think it's something to do. So.
Street sweeper.
I'm going to try to make one tonight that's a professional video.
Oh, it's not that they're not professional.
They are professionally done. I guess they're the best quality we get.
Yeah.
Professional nut.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get maybe a better point to it.
Look, guys, let's tell everyone once again, if you've been paying attention, it is Led Zeppelin experience with Led Zeppelin and the Flying Circus. The name of the band. I'll never understand the Monty Python reference. I don't think they understand it, but I am also a huge Monty Python fan. So for me, I was okay the first time I heard it, but we just, people get a little mixed up, but it's okay because it's one of the best Led Zeppelin experiences you're ever going to have. Special guest Strange Velvet. If you haven't seen these guys before, they played upstairs, they played downstairs, they played in our Battle of the Bands. Man. Strange Velvet's an amazing band and the perfect throwback 70s, 60s feel that would have probably opened for Led Zeppelin. When you hear these kids play, you're going to go, you know what, dude? This is the kind of band that probably would have opened up for Zeppelin back in the day because these kids are fucking cool, man. And they're playing music like they're reliving the late 60s, early 70s. And I love it. And I think that's why I love these kids because they're very reminiscent of the music that I love, I think awesome. You're going to like them. I think you're going to like them. And again, my hopes are these nuts, Stephen Desco. But look, again, thank you guys for coming on. Scott, I am just more excited to have you back behind that kit than anything, my brother.
I'm so excited to be back.
I'll never forget the text message you sent me when you weren't feeling well. And all the prayers and everything went to you, and here you are. And I think, as nuts as the guys are around you, man, I think they're a reason why you're still with us today.
Yeah, to keep me going.
Exactly. I really do. I think you got some good friends, you got good people around you, and you got people here that love you too, brother.
And same here, man.
Right.
This guy I don't know about, but the rest of
them. But look, we're going to see you guys again Friday night, everyone. A Led Zeppelin experience. It's Friday, December 13th, too. It is a Friday the 13th show. I'm excited. Tickets are $25 all in. No taxes, no fees, free parking. The only thing you got to pay for is that ticket and a couple beers because you're going to need them. There's just no way you're not going to need them. Thank you again to Scott and Mutt. We're going to post some of these videos out there for you guys. Thank you all again for tuning in. We love you all. And we're so happy to have Scott back in this band. We're very excited. Look, everyone, have a pleasant tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you again, Michael Kelly Guitars and Absolute Vodka. Almost forgot.